Pittsburg hosted a Republican event to discuss tax reform in the state of Kansas. Americans for Prosperity's organizers say their goal is to raise awareness for their proposed reform. According to them, the bill aims to simplify the code and lower rates for Kansans. KOAM's Fernanda Silva has the story.
Kansas State Senate President Ty Masterson and other elected officials want tax reform in the state of Kansas. About 40 people joined Americans for Prosperity's Pittsburg event, including members of the Crawford County, Kansas Democratic Party, to talk about the bill. Governor Laura Kelly previously vetoed a bill that would have cut taxes in Kansas by nearly $1.4 billion over the next 3 years. The Republican proposal sought to implement a single-rate flat income tax for individuals. Kelly argued that replacing the current three-rate individual income tax system, which imposes higher rates on higher earners, with a single-rate flat tax would pose risks to funding for public education, roads and bridges, and other essential services.
Right now, the system's really complex. And right now, you're able to raise one of those rates and hide behind that. With a single rate tax, to raise that would to raise taxes for everyone.
Currently, 13 states in the U.S. have a flat income tax. Kansas is one of 30 that have a graduated rate income tax.
Well, the package that we're presenting is a tax cut for everybody. I don't care where you're at on the spectrum, from income, sales, retirees. Everybody has a cut, which is where we should be because we have so much cash in the bank right now. It's really not appropriate for government to store that up.
Jordan Metcalf, Democratic Precinct Committee person for Crawford County, the single-rate flat income tax would not be beneficial for the state.
Where we disagree on this is that that tax spending doesn't trickle down, it trickles up. And so the spending should be on the poor and the taxes should be on the wealthy, because that's how the money goes.
When it comes to tax codes, Metcalf believes finding a balance is essential.
A tax code that is too complicated prevents people who qualify for tax relief from getting tax relief. But having it too simple, you end up with people who have a lot of money just hoarding their money.
In Pittsburg, Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
According to the Republicans, to pass the legislation, they need to have a veto override, which would take 2/3 approval in both chambers. They say there was a vote-off last year. And now State Senator Ty Masterson anticipates to bring that topic to the legislature again in January.